Hi, my name is Yesenia, and welcome to my Week 6 media presentation on Homeboy Industries for MPA 560. So as I stated, the name of my program is Homeboy Industries, which is an 18-month program in Los Angeles. The program is designed to reduce recidivism by offering services and resources to former gang members and felons. So the services does include tattoo removal services, parenting classes, high school and college assistance, mental health and substance abuse support services, and vocational training. So for my program evaluation, it will be quantitative because I am trying to find out whether the program reduces recidivism. And I plan by doing this by quantifying the problem. So this means that I plan to obtain numerical data on my variables in order to identify a pattern in my research. So basically, I want to find out if my independent variables have an effect on recidivism, which is my dependent variables. Next, my program evaluation will be quasi-experimental because I cannot manipulate the independent variables. But what I can do is I can group the subjects or variables by gender and participation and attempt to find a cause. So like I said, I cannot manipulate my variables because, well, for example, age, it cannot be controlled. It just is. Same thing for participation. I cannot force individuals to participate or prevent others from participating in the program. It just occurs naturally. Therefore, I cannot just randomly assign an assignment, to an individual. All I can do is establish causality with the data that is provided to me. Well, in this case, the data that I find. The design that I propose to use would be a post-test, but also a comparison. So I would complete a post-test because the question that I want to answer is whether programs, specifically Homeboy Industries, reduces recidivism. And I would do this by obtaining data 4 years out after the 18-month program has ended by answering whether the individuals have reoffended or not. I would also utilize a comparison group because I would want to identify whether other programs have been successful in reducing recidivism. So in order to get a bigger picture, I would also use a comparison design so I can compare the participants to those who did not participate or to those who did receive an alternative treatment to determine if there is an impact on recidivism from aspects of an intervention without actually having to randomly assign participants. My method in collecting data will be secondary to measure my dependent variable because I am looking at past data that was gathered by others. So I am relying on peer-reviewed journals, websites, reports, and books to obtain my data since I want more quantitative data. And I do plan on sticking to obtaining information from the Los Angeles region. So this means obtaining information from Homeboy Industries, the police department, and data that quantifies more clearly gang members for my independent variable. I would also use all of my data from 100% of the participants, whether they complete the program or not. Because from those participants, I would use a mixture between stratified and random sampling because I would separate individuals into groups between individuals who finished the program and those who did not complete the program, but also conduct a random sampling in order to avoid bias and choose individuals from each group to identify whether completing the program or not had an effect on recidivism. Thank you for listening to my media presentation for this week. I am still working through this project in terms of making those last minute fixes for my paper, so I welcome any feedback and I'll try my best to provide constructive feedback as well.